Hi everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're making this adorable capybara together. This pattern uses only basic stitches, so even if you're a beginner, you can easily follow along. This tutorial focuses on the capybara itself and does not include the accessories. If you'd like to add those extra details, I've put everything together in a specific file for you. Just check the link in the description below. Now, let's grab our hooks and get started. We will begin with the head. Start with a magic ring. Chain 1. And make 6 single crochets into the ring. 1, 2, 3. Place a stitch marker in the first stitch if you need to. 4, 5, 6. Then, finish the round with a slip stitch into that very first stitch. From now on, we will follow this basic joining rule, always chain 1 at the beginning of each round, and finish by joining with a slip stitch into the very first stitch. Now, let's continue with round 2. Start with 1 increase in the first stitch. An increase means making 2 single crochets into the same stitch. Repeat this increase in every stitch all the way to the end of the round. For round 3, make 1 single crochet. Followed by 1 increase. Repeat this pattern all the way to the end of the round. For round 4, the pattern is 1 single crochet, 1 increase, and then 1 single crochet. Repeat this sequence all the way to the end of the round. For round 5, make 3 single crochets. Followed by 1 increase. Repeat this pattern until the end of the round. Now for round 6. We will do 2 single crochets. Then an increase. And then 2 single crochets. Repeat this sequence all the way to the end of the round. For round 7, make 5 single crochets. Followed by 1 increase. Repeat this pattern all the way to the end of the round. For round 8, place 1 single crochet in every stitch around. For rounds 9 to 11, just repeat the same pattern as round 8. For round 12, start with 13 single crochets. Then make 5 increases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue with 6 single crochets. Followed by another 5 increases. Finish the round by placing 1 single crochet in each of the remaining stitches. For rounds 13 to 17, simply make 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around. For round 18, start with 13 single crochets. Then make 5 decreases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue with 6 single crochets. Followed by another 5 decreases. Finally, place 1 single crochet in each of the remaining stitches. For round 19, make 5 single crochets. Followed by 1 decrease. Repeat this pattern all the way to the end of the round. For round 20, the pattern is 2 single crochets, 1 decrease, and then 2 single crochets. Repeat this sequence all the way to the end of the round. For rounds 21 and 22, I will leave the pattern on the screen for you. Please take your time, follow along, and pause the video if you need to catch up. Now, it's time to add the stuffing. Make sure to stuff it firmly so our capybara holds its shape perfectly. For round 23, we will make a decrease in every stitch around. Once you finish this round, fasten off and cut the yarn. There is no need to sew the opening closed. Now, let's move on to the body. We will start by making the 2 front legs. For the first leg, fasten off and cut the yarn. For the second leg, do not cut the yarn, as we will use it to continue crocheting. I'll leave the pattern on the screen, so please pause the video and crochet up to this point. Now, we will join the 2 legs together. Starting from the second leg, the one still on your hook, insert your hook into the first leg, and make a slip stitch to connect them. Repeat this step one more time. Next, you will make 16 single crochets around the first leg. Don't forget to place a stitch marker in that first single crochet. As we move on to the second leg, here is a helpful little trick. To prevent a hole from forming between the legs, I like to make a decrease right here in the gap. Just remember to count this decrease as one single crochet. "16 single crochets around the second leg. Finish the round by making a slip stitch into the marked stitch. For round 8, start with 8 single crochets. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then make 1 increase. Continue with 14 single crochets. Followed by another increase. Finally, place 1 single crochet in each of the remaining stitches. For round 9, start with 10 single crochets. And then make 1 increase. Continue with 12 single crochets. Followed by another increase. Finally, place 1 single crochet in each of the remaining stitches. For rounds 10 to 13, simply make 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around. For round 14, start with 10 single crochets. Then make 1 decrease. Continue with 12 single crochets. And another decrease. Finish the round with 10 single crochets. Finish the round with 10 single crochets. Then make one decrease. Next, do 9 single crochets. And one decrease. Repeat the sequence of 9 single crochets and 1 decrease one more time. Finally, place 1 single crochet in each of the remaining stitches. For round 16, start with 8 single crochets. And 1 decrease. Next, make 9 single crochets. And another decrease. 8 single crochets. And your last decrease. Now, fasten off and cut the yarn, leaving a long tail for sewing the body to the head. After that, go ahead and fill the body with stuffing. Now, let's sew the head and body together. You can use pins to secure the pieces first. This will keep everything in place and prevent the head from shifting while you sew. Now, let's crochet the 2 arms. Since they are quite simple, I'll leave the pattern on the screen for you to follow. We will sew the opening closed to finish the piece. Now, let's assemble the arms. Sew them to round 3 of the body, making sure they are 14 stitches apart from each other. And there you have it. Our 15cm capybara is now complete. You can use it as a keychain, a cute room decoration, a gift for friends, or even for your small business. Also, I've designed a special pattern for accessories like clothes, hats, and bags to dress up your little capybara. If you're interested, check out the link in the description below. Thank you so much for your support, and happy crocheting!